Delta Force had the name, the nostalgia, and a community ready to jump in. But after a few weeks of gameplay, it's clear that there are some serious issues that are pushing players away. Today, we are breaking down the 5 biggest issues with Delta Force and why they need to be fixed. If you're new around here, I cover Battlefield and Delta Force and other FPS games, from honest breakdowns to community-driven content. So if you're into that, hit subscribe and let's get into it. Let's start with the most obvious issue, the lack of content delivery. It took weeks just to get a new map, and even then, most players still find themselves stuck in the same map over and over again. The rotation system feels broken, and there isn't just enough variety to keep people engaged. In a modern FPS, content is everything. If you want a live service model, you need a steady flow of maps, modes, and gameplay variety. Delta Force just isn't there yet. Coming to the problem number 2, that is the kernel-level anti-cheat. The devs went for a deep system-level anti-cheat, which sounds strong in theory, but in reality, cheaters are still everywhere. And that raises a big question. If this anti-cheat has access to our system at the kernel level, and why isn't it working better? Add to that concerns about privacy, background monitoring, and even performance issues, and starts to feel like a lot of risk for a very little reward. If you're going to go that deep into a player's system, it needs to actually stop cheaters, and right now it's not. Which brings us to the next point. Cheaters are still a major issue in this game. Despite the anti-cheat, you will run into obvious aim bots and wall hackers more often than you'd expect. In some cases, they dominate entire operation matches, and the worst part is they are rarely punished. One cheater can ruin the whole experience, especially in the objective-based modes. It's frustrating, it's demoralizing, and it's driving legit players away. Now let's talk about the matchmaking, because something just feels off. There are way too many matches that feel like bot lobbies. The moment the game starts, you can tell half of the server isn't real. The movement, the aim, the behavior, it's obvious. And when you mix that with the pure team balancing, you get matches where one side completely steamrolls the other. Sometimes it's human versus bots, sometimes it's uneven team sizes. Either way, it doesn't feel competitive and kills the fun. A good match should feel like a fair fight. Delta Force needs serious work in how it builds and balances teams. And finally, the most frustrating part about this game is the slow updates and lack of communication. The game has clear problems, but instead of rapid patches or clear updates, we are getting weak fixes and cosmetic content. There's been no detailed rare map, barely any public developer interaction, and no clear signs that major gameplay issues are being prioritized. In 2025, live service games survive on transparency and responsiveness. Delta Force needs both, and soon. So yeah, those are the 5 biggest problems with Delta Force right now. I'm not saying the game is hopeless. I actually wanted to succeed, but until these issues are addressed, it's going to keep bleeding players. Let me know in the comments what's frustrating you the most about Delta Force. If this video helped you feel seen, drop a like and consider subscribing for more honest takes on the games we all play. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.